Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to the Indie Spotlight. I'm your host, Thor, and I am so good to be back, baby. You might be thinking to yourself, Thor, where were you last week? You promised me an indie video every week on the dot, Wednesday, 12 o'clock. What are you doing? I've missed you. Well, not to be a person of ill repute, but I had to move. That's right. I in the real life kind of takes precedence sometimes. I'm sorry. To everybody out there, I do apologize, but last week and a little bit into this week, I actually had to move. It wasn't too far, but it was a lot of heavy lifting and boxes, baby, and not in vain. Come on. No, I tease. It is so good to be back, and today we are checking out Mini Royale, a game that not only did I play last week on stream, but it does quantify as a indie title. So I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into this conversation of what is a indie title. However, I do kind of want to preface this with the fact that I hate this argument, right? What is an indie title? Is it a small one-person band job with a publishing, but he still only has so many resources? Is it a small indie team of like 5-6 people, but they have a lot of backing? This conversation gets so warped in what is an indie title. I just kind of let it go and say, okay, is it a small team? What are the resources? And is it not published by a AAA studio? I kind of draw the line at that. Everybody else has their different line in the sand, so to speak. But today, we are checking out a title that very near to my heart, which is Battle Royale. It's third person, it's first person, it's shooting, it's all the things that if you know me, whether it's from Hyperscape, whether it's from Super People, whether it's from Vampire the Masquerade, and of course, whether it's from Realm Royale, you'll know me as a Battle Royale boy, as the kids call it. But in all seriousness, this game actually took me by surprise. I played a little bit of it when it was an alpha, but I'm just blown away by the sheer competency of this studio. Quite frankly, they have no business being as good as they are. So it's been my main squeeze of choice lately. And I think they do a lot of things very, very well. So I actually got done playing a lot of Call of Duty with Verdansk coming last weekend. And I liked Call of Duty a lot. Honestly, I really do enjoy Call of Duty. But going back into Verdansk just reminds me of how many corners of unfun that I find in Call of Duty. I hated the fact that I had to level up my weapons. I hated the fact that I had to remember all the ins and outs and bips and bobs and that is Call of Duty, and that's okay. But I didn't want to have to level up a battle pass to get the best weapons. I didn't have to grind this. I just didn't want to do it. I'm too tired. I'm too old, and I just, come on, baby. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? And so to me, one of the things that makes this game so special is the fact that not only is the aesthetic absolutely beautiful, you're playing a armyman, small soldiers. Shout out to the sergeant heroes out there in the comments, but it's just fun, right? And I laud the fact that games are just not fun anymore, right? They're just, sometimes you just feel like you gotta grind it. You gotta grind. And if you're not grinding, you should be grinding. And every day's a grind. You know what I mean? Mom, I want to go home. But this really kind of plays back to a day where it's just fun. It's just fun. It's just a good time. And I think that really kind of what peaks it for me, honestly. It's just that the time to kill is a little bit fast. The combat feels pretty smooth, right? And all these things have to be nailed in order to be a competent Battle Royale, for sure, whether it's third person or first person. But it nails those high notes. There's a grapple hook. There is a competent shooting behind it. There's, it's going to feel a little bit like Super People. It's going to feel a little bit like a PUBG in some ways, right? But it's kind of smeared in a veneer of toyism and just fun, right? How many out there remember Small Soldiers, right? It just speaks to me. It just speaks to me, and it speaks to the love letter that is this game, and it's a good time. So, without further ado, we're gonna jump into Mini Royale. I'm gonna try to get a dub here. Maybe we'll play 1 or 2 games, but overall, I have a great time with it. This has been a great time with my friends. It's silly, it's fun, and you could do worse. You could do worse, and it's free. So what do you have to lose? Go check out the link down below. Big shout out to antonline for making this happen this week, because big shout out to you, antonline. Of course, more about them as the video entails. So having said that, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm a little sweaty. I just got done moving, right? Here we go. Got a little bit of fun in the sun here. We're going to jump in. We're going to jump into the little pre-shooting range. And I have to give it to the developers. They have a eyes of, like, what makes a good Battle Royale, right? Ooh, hold on. I've got a sweaty boy here. A lot of hit scan, which is not bad. Looks like I potentially... what server am I on? I don't know if we'll be able to see that yet. Not until we... Ooh. Boom, baby. Yeah. Oh, missed that one. Hold on. I gotta warm up. This is my first game. You know what I mean? Oh, this is my first game. I might be on EU. I'm already starting with the excuses this early in the morning, baby. You know what I mean. Runs well though. You gotta give it. Runs well. Not always a guarantee in this day and age, right? So, despite being an indie title, it's got a charm. It's got you know me. I've said it before on this channel that if an indie game is going to stand out, it needs to have that visual flair, right? And they don't do anything here crazy. Oh, they don't do anything here crazy. Again, this is just the warm-up time. But what they do it well. They do it with a sense of mastery, right? This you know, whether it's the aesthetic of the toys around the map. You son of a gun. Let me just live my life and have this conversation. They do a great sense of scale. The map is cool. I'll show you off the map. You know, I do worry a little bit about the skins, right? Because I think you can only take the aesthetic of the army man or woman so far. And the green is very iconic. So I do worry a little about that as far as developers from a background in development cycle goes. But they do have a battle pass. They've got some skins. And they've got a map here that is kind of just... It's cute. It's charming. By the way, the gunplay is hit scan. And I think overall, it's good. And it's simple, and I don't think that's a bad thing, right? And I think hit scan versus projectile, there's a whole conversation that goes back to the old days of Unreal Tournament, right? What is good, what is bad? You know, people are gonna like one versus the other. But for me, I like it. Oh, here we go. I think I hear people. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Here we go. Let's see. You know what? Might be able to tag this a little bit. He's gonna come out. Little lean here, by the way. Little lean here. This is an absolute horrible to use on it. There's really no point in fighting this. There we go. Let's tag that a little bit. He's gonna run, assuming that I have the high ground here. Oh, there we go. Oh! Okay, we're done. So you do have a grapple hook, which is pretty great. Let's see if he chases. So I do want to kind of explain a little bit of the mechanics without... Oh, of course I find a red dot sight right at the beginning. So let's go ahead and grab this thing real fast. Go ahead and throw this one down. Let's get a bit of health back, even though you do get your health back during time anyways. So a couple of the mechanics here that are pretty interesting. You may see these dog tags lying around. Now, the perk system, as I'm going to show you, it kind of follows the same vein as the gameplay here. If I hit tab, depending on how many dog tags I had, whether I kill people and grab their dog tags or I find them around the map, you will find yourself being able to buy perks or weapons just by hitting tab. Again, the ease of use has to be commended here, but I do feel like it drags you out of the game, the combat, the moment-to-moment combat, personally. But look at this, running through the walls. Don't mind if I do. Got myself a nice little compensator. Not a whole variety of weapons, but that's okay. You know, it's early days. I think the sky's the limit here when it comes to what kind of weapons you wanted to. Ooh, here we go. I do want to find myself a car. Nice. This is going to be what you're called a free spin here. Bada bing. Oh, another free spin. You love to see that. Now, do I want to go? I think I will kind of take myself over here. So that gave me as you can see, it gave me a little, a legendary shotgun here, which is not too bad, all things considered. Yeah, okay. And I have another free spin because I got lucky with that. The weapons variety goes up to mythic. So that's kind of hot. You like those? See now. Ooh, there we go. That's nice. This is mine. Wait, am I crazy? Where did this man go? Got him, baby. There we go. We're starting off pretty nice here. We're starting off okay. Sorry. I kind of want to put a good show on for you, everybody. Oh. Not today, buddy. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. Sit down. Sit down. You're not that guy, brother. You were never that guy. You thought you were that guy, but you weren't. So, hate to tell you, I hate to show you, but it is what it is. All right, I'm talking a lot. I'm talking a lot of smack here. So let's go ahead and grab that real fast. I do want to kind of grab the. Oh, we'll keep the intel. I thought I had that. No, that is a car. Good. I do like the car though. Zone does not do that much damage, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. Not bad. Not a lot of looting. You know, battle royales are kind of fine in a lot of ways too. That is hilarious. I'm putting on a show. I'm putting on a clinic. I'm putting on a clinic for my friends. For my friends. My friends are here. My friends are here. Whoa. You're not that guy. Sit down. You're not that guy. Just like that, baby's back, and he loves it. He loves it. All right, hold on. We're doing okay here. We got a nice little car out. Well, let's just check out the perimeter. Oi, 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 oi. I see him. I'll see him. I'll see him. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Let's do it. Here we go. Here we go. All right. You all right, little fella? You all right, little fella? Nice, 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 nice. All right. All right. All right there, little fella. Looks to be all right there. It is. It is. It is. I want him to stop just for 1 second. Just want him to stop for 1 second. There we go. There we go. 75, no armor. Lost him. I can actually grab the 2 times here, 4 times rather. Be a little better for this. And again, I say that now everybody's gone. Since you've been gone, I got real for the first time. Since you've been gone. Here's something embarrassing. I was at Publix the other day. For you American friends out there, you might know a thing or two about Publix. The Hanson song, like bop, 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 came on, and I was just jamming in line. And then the people, oh, I see you. I see you. Oh, good hit from him. Wow, that was a good hit. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. I could be in a little bit of trouble here, friends. So they did a great job with the grapple hook, by the way. Great freaking job. Oh, I want that. I want that. Give me that. Great job on the grapple hook. Okay. It's very hard to do a grapple hook well in Unreal, if I'm being honest with you. So I'm gonna hopefully this is dangerous. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. I'm playing for the win here. Playing for the win. I say that and the grapple hook messes up. Oh, that guy just ate the dirt. That guy just ate the dirt. I'm gonna try. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna play for the win here. I'm gonna try to. Oh, here we go. There we go. I see you. I see you. So I'm gonna switch to the 4 times here. I think he saw me too, unfortunately. Yep, he saw me. I might be able to actually a little swiggity swooty here. Okay. Not the worst play. So he's gonna be on that back side. Yep. I think he just went up. Oh, no. I just got tagged. Just got tagged. And I'm out of ammo too. Oh, no. I'm praying for a good weapon. I'm praying for a good talent, baby. Oh, I'm in trouble. I gotta get in. There's somebody over here. Where do I go with that? I think I go with that. I think I go with the MP3. I think we go with it. Alright, how we got? 15 zone. Oh, I see you. There it is. I'm gonna go now. Take it. So he's gonna... I think I might know where the zone's gonna go. I've got no armor. I've got no armor. I've got no... Oh. got one up there. I'll try to get in position here. Oh, and somebody just died on the side. No, 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 Becky. Okay, not bad. Not a bad warm-up. Not a bad warm-up, everybody. Not a bad... Sorry, I was getting into that. I was getting serious about that. Yeah. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Unfortunately, just didn't have enough in the tank when it came to armor plates. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Well, there it is, everybody. That's the first round, but we're not done. We got another one in the chamber. 5th place, I'll take it. Kills 5. You know, could have been worse, could have been better. You know what I mean? That's the name of the game of the Battle Royale, baby. Now, I will say the CCU is looking right around on the weekend. It hit a port 4.6, right? And looks like it's 1.5 right now. Granted, it is early in the morning, especially from the NA side of things. It's 9:46, I would say. So for EU, and it's popping, you know what I mean? And a 1.4, it's not bad. It's not a bad time. But a couple of things here that, again, I love. It's the fact that it's silly. It's unserious. It's you don't the combat is simple, right? And how many times have you played a game? Now, I will say, let's talk about some of the things that they could improve, right? It's because I don't think any indie game comes out of the Escape being a perfect 10 out of 10. So the sounds in general, the footsteps mixed with the actual shooting thumps, I could see being differentiated here. Something Marvel Rivals does in certain, you know, I can say out loud right now. I was talking about Call of Duty earlier, but if I tell you, the audience, do you know the sound that the hit marker makes in Call of Duty? You would say yes, right? I think it's an iconic sound, whether it's the headshot, whether it's the armor breaking, and I think really nailing those iconic moments to moment sound cues that is so important for a Battle Royale is something that this game could definitely improve on, right? UI is another thing that I think could use some tweaks. Now, I think what they have is serviceable, and especially with a small studio like this, that I think everything, they're nailing the cues, right? They're nailing it. They just need to keep improving on it, and I think that's going to be really just the name of the game now, right? They have a good formula, they have a good feel. Now it's what can I do to make that better, right? That moment-to-moment gameplay better. So, and I think that starts with a little bit of polish right off the gate, right? Because they just launched not too long ago, and I think they're going to be able to get that data and be able to turn around and be like, okay, how do I make this even better? So, ooh, we got some. I think we got some gamers in this one. We got some gamers. Not. I might be on EU. And remember, I get to blame all my losses. Oh my God, baby, you love to see it. Hold on, another one. Oh, almost had it. Well, I will say though, they actually have some other fun game modes. They have almost like a color coordinated zombies. Ooh, these people do that at the same exact time. Mine. They have a game mode where it's there's 4 teams. Each team, when they kill somebody, they actually join your team. Very fun, very unique. I like it a lot. And the 4 teams really kind of put a spin on it, where everybody's trying to be like, oh, I want somebody on my team. Tan's you know, needs more allies on it. So I killed a couple blue colored army soldiers. Ooh, I'm in trouble. Ooh, I gotta reload. We are just hanging out and having the best time. There is a huge skill ceiling with the movement, though. I will say that. And I don't know if I'm a fan of bunny hopping and some of the quirks that I've seen from the best players being able to play. Movement is so fun in a shooter. However, in my experience, whether it's Hyperscape, whether it's Vampire Bloodhunt the Masquerade, it's a very fine line between enjoyment and fun and inaccessible to new players. And so I think this does a very good job of walking that line. I will say that it does a very, very good job of walking that line. But just as a developer, I plead to you, just be so careful, because what you don't want to do is, this game, I think, lives and dies by the fact that it's a little bit of a casual experience, which is, people you like to throw the C word around as a bad thing. Please, no, that couldn't be farther from the truth. You want to have people to come into this game and say, oh, this is a nod to my childhood. Okay, what are we doing here? And I think that's where this shines, right? At least for me. Ooh, here we go. Let's go ahead and knock out a. Okay. Let's see if we have any friends here. We don't. I'm the only one on couch. Couch is a fun place to be. Because it sounded weird. That sounded like it was above me. No. Surely there's nobody up here. Another mechanic to call out is the climbing mechanic. They actually just have, you can climb on anything, a la Legend of Zelda. And okay, I see where you're at here. Okay, I like it. This does have my silencer on it. Let's see, does anybody here? Is there anybody here? Did I really get castle all to myself? Oh, nope. Oh, I'm bad. No, I was close. I was close, baby. I was close. For somebody getting the drop on me, baby, I could feel it. I was like, am I the only one here? But you might be seeing yourself, wait, Thor, there's a respawn? What does that mean? What does that mean, baby? So they actually do this in a very interesting way. So if you're not familiar with Resurgence, that follows more of a like a dodgeball style, like, you know, doing certain things on the map will make your teammates or you kind of like respawn faster. This is, you get a actual respawn, and then depending on the kills, you actually can increase the number of respawns that you or your team has, and which is a very, very smart way, and I don't think I've ever seen that in a battle royale. So big tip of the hat to them for coming up with a system that is, again, simple, elegant, but it keeps it lets you say, you know, I had a bad round. Okay, cool. What does that mean? And then you say, okay, I got some more kills here. Okay, what do we got here? There is a timer where the respawns will no longer be in play, but overall, I think it's a very elegant solution to, because battle royales are tough. Oh my god, that was a lot of people, a lot of dead things. Battle royales are tough. There's no way, two-way. Oh my gosh, I see it, and I think that's. Oh man, I can grab that, but I didn't really want it. Or you gotta hit a shot, dude. Oh no! Of course. Of course. How far do we gotta go? We actually gotta go far. This is not advisable by any stretch of the imagination. We got somebody over there. I see him. We're gonna grab again. We're gonna. Ooh, we got people running with the devil here. Woo, lordy! I'm gonna go over here. There's no reason to fight these, but I kind of want to. I'm dead. Oh, okay, that's okay. That's all right. That's a fast. That's on me. I should have better positioning. Thor, what are you doing here, man? You were Long John Silver's on that zone, brother. You got it. Why'd you go so far? I don't know. We got one more though. Let's throw it down range. Let's get some lead down range. We got one more. It's okay. It happens, right? And that's why you know this is doing. I'm doing this live. I'm doing it live, baby. One of the best. One of the absolute best. See, it's popping. Look, we got 200. Since I last talked about the CCU, it's already jumped up by 2, so you know it's pretty early days. But this is what I was actually referring to, the color conquest, where you have your different sides, you throw it down here. You do have ranked, and they're doing ranked mode usually on weekends here. Look at these. We got some sweaty boys. We got some sweaty boys, baby. Browser offline. We have a lot of, again, these are the kind of things that I love to see from a small studio. Offline mode. We got tourneys. We got custom games. We've got different game modes. We got deathmatch. We've got, hey, you're waiting for a match to pop? Cool. Let me go ahead and throw you into a little shooting range. It's these kind of small but important details that keep people playing over and over and over and over again. So again, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it, studio. And for a small dev team like this is a fantastic, not only game, but a feather on the cap of what you've been able to make. So speaking of that, let's see if I can't make some love right there. Oh, baby. Let's go. I got 3 in a row for you. You believe me, I've got 3 in a row. See, that guy's gonna go up in there and then bah! I missed. So much for 3 in a row. Oh, so much for that. Hold on. Let's go it. Our sensitivity's a little high these days. What's Thor, what's going on with this sensitivity? Here we go. We got another one. That guy's name was DP. Got another one. There you go. Now we're cooking with it. Oh, here we go. Let's finish off with a little bit of. Hey there, partner. Hey there, partner. What are you doing? Feeling a little tight on that sensitivity. Let's see if we can knock that down just a tiny bit. We're at video. We're at UI HUD. We're at game. Well, what mouse and keyboard. Here we go. Let's knock it down to. Let's go ahead and knock it down to 6. Yeah, let's go. do it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see what we got here. That's funny. Little 360. Little 360. Stop it. Oh, he's lucky. He's lucky. He's lucky, baby. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Tell you what, though. Small Soldiers. Great movie. Absolutely. The Argonauts. And I always liked the soldiers, though. You know what I mean? The name is Small Soldiers, but it really wasn't about the soldiers. It was about the Argonauts. And that was confusing as a child. Because I thought the small soldiers were the good guys. But they're not. At all. But I wanted them to be the... And do you remember the toys as well? The toys used to be absolutely sick. They were chonky toys. They had some good toys back then. They don't make toys like they... What am I saying? I'm sure they make toys even better now than what it used to be back in the day. I don't know. What... I would say, what are some of the things that are better back in the day? Solely subjective. I would say cartoons, much better than back in the day. Kids these days, they have to grow up with those Disney remakes and live action. Meanwhile, I'm rocking Robin Williams, baby. Let's go. So, I'm going to stand on the soapbox. I don't care who knows. I believe it, and I'll say it. Pour one out for my boy, Robin Williams. Was that a car or a grand? Let's see. Let's M1 grand. Oh! I'm dead. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go for the truck here. Oh no. Oh. I'm pooping my pants. I am pooping my pants out here. Saw something there. Okay, he's probably gonna come out the back side. No, he's gonna come out the front side. So. I'm getting serious. I'm getting cereal. Getting cereal out here. Oh no. I'm dead. Not today, baby. Not today. No! I've got a family! I've got a family! No, 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 no. No! I literally have a family. It's a cat. I still feel like that counts. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm sorry. I don't know what I did to you. Ever. Oh, God. Oh, God, Becky. Hot buys, hot buys. Hot buys. All right, let's focus on the zone, boys. Because I didn't do that last round. Okay. So we're going to have friends coming out to hang out with us, aren't we? What is that? A car? I'll take it. And I'll spin the wheel. Reminds me of Chris Cornell. Just spin the wheel, baby. Spin it. All right. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm a little nervous here. A little nervous. A little nervous. A little nervous. A little nervous here. We're in a bad spot. Can I get up there? No, it's not. It doesn't reach. It doesn't reach. It doesn't reach. But oh. No. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Secret agent man. Secret agent man. He's giving you a number and taking away your name. Oh, Becky, that's what we like to do. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to play with. That's what we like it. Oh, we got another one here. There we go. There we go. There talking an absolute bang of a last game, mate. I'm talking about a bang of a last, mate. All right. Yeah. Question is he up top or down? So I got to get back into the wall, actually. Hold on. Let me see. I need to get into the wall. Oh, there it is. I see it. How? He got me with a headshot? Apparently he got me with a headshot. I'm not even mad. I'm a little mad. I would say I feel like that was not my fault. Okay, this is... Wait, is there just like a Gladius in the bathroom? Why is a Gladius in the bathroom? I've got questions. The first question is, why is there a Gladius in the bathroom? Why? I'm so confused. Okay. This is not ideal. Oh, I gotta apparently wait for my gun to come back. I did not know this. Okay. Blue. Okay. Oh, man, this is not good. Gotta find gear. Any gear in here? No, absolutely not. There's a paint can, though. But we did find a paint can. No, Becky. Oh, no. Got no armor. We got no food. Oh, no. Question is, can I get over there? Is this it? Is this the... Hopefully he's looking down. Is he looking down? No! I have a family! Well, I killed Ninja, everybody. I killed Ninja. What are you gonna do, baby? What are you gonna do? Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mini Royale. Not bad. Not an absolute banger. We'll, as we go ahead and watch this last person here, we'll kind of... for a casual game, I gotta say, it gets a little sweaty. Now, that is something that I hope... you gotta be real careful with games like this. If you've ever played Hyperscape or Masquerade the Blood Hunt, you'll know that a smaller community gets, you know how unfriendly it can be for new people, right? At the end of the day, there's so many gamers out here that it's just, tired. I'm tired. I work a 9 to 5 and I want to come out and I want to shoot some shots, And you gotta be careful with outskilling the community. And I think the more players this game has, the more you're gonna have that kind of like that hump in the middle of that in that delta range, so to speak, where it's like, okay, there's a lot of like just normal players, right? Not the sweaty McGee's, not the Bobby, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Oh, wait, how come I can't get people like this in my game? What? That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. You hate to see that. No, I tease. So overall, great time. I highly encourage you to pick it up. It's called Mini Royale. It's a team by Indigo. And I just got to say, from the very bottom of my heart, I'm glad these games exist, right? This is a risk, you know what I mean? A Battle Royale in 2025, those are going to be far and few between, in my opinion, right? And what are you doing to differentiate yourself from other games in this genre? And I think they've got the aesthetic, they've got the casuality. I'm coining that term. And I think at the end of the day, it's a good time. So there you have it, everybody. Couldn't get you a dub, but I will be streaming tomorrow, Wednesday, April the 9th. If you'd like to stop by, I would encourage you to jump in, have a good time with me. I'll do some viewer games. We'll play some games. We'll have a good time. And ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by antonline. It's the Indie Spotlight of the week. Every week we show off a new indie game. This week was Mini Royale. Next week, we don't know. It's the sky's the limit. But until then, here's antonline with more about them. Ladies and gentlemen, like I mentioned before, antonline sponsors this Indie Spotlight video of the week. And you might be asking yourself, who is antonline? So if you've watched my videos before, you know what I've said, but antonline is the one-stop shop place for all things tech. And let me tell you, as somebody who spends an egregious amount of money on tech, I'm always looking for a good deal. So not only are the people, the great faces behind antonline, just generally great people, and I can't say that enough because I know them. I know the people who stock the warehouses, who works on the website, right? And just passion and just goodness oozes from their pores, and that's important in this day and age, right? Where you feel like every big corporation's out there to get you with the dimes and the nickels, but they bring that sense of just goodness into their products. And whether it's Antonline's deal of the day here, it looks like we got Split Fiction on deck right now, which, by the way, if you have not played, Split Fiction is absolutely amazing. If you've ever heard of this developer, they are just famous for their co-op experiences. So if you're looking for a great time with your significant other, or maybe your little brother, or maybe your cousin, right, to get them into video games, it's no better time than picking up the deal of the day with Split Fiction. Of course, if you're a sports fan, college football 25's out there. Not my bag, not my tea, but you know what? Not my circus. But hey, a lot of people go to the circus, and I love it for them. But if you're like me, I'm in it. I'm in it right now. And Doom Anthology is another absolute banger on their website. The new Doom's coming out, and for me, I've been actually going back and checking out a lot of their old school cool stuff. So if you're looking for the 30th anniversary controller, I know I am. So I'm looking to pick this up. Actually, personally, that's me. I like the old school controller, and of course, playing through all the Dooms before the new one releases is kind of on my list. So there you have it. This show is brought to you by Antonline. You owe it to yourself if you're on a budget and you're looking to find some great deals. Antonline is the one-stop shop. So there you have it. I will see you hooligans next week for the indie spotlight of the week. And I'll see you next time.